So we are giving you an update of the India versus Sri Lanka second ODI that is happening at the R. Premadasa Stadium in Colombo. And the latest news that we are giving you is that Sri Lanka have won the toss again and have chosen to bat. The same kind of wicket that was used is probably going to play yet another difference in this game. So Sri Lanka have gone in and they're going to bat again, believing that the wicket will get tougher as the game progresses. Once you see off the new ball period, then stroke making might become a bit more difficult at this point. So that is the way you look at it: win toss and probably build the pressure on India yet again. So that is the current situation at the R. Premadasa Stadium in Colombo. Sri Lanka have won the toss and have chosen to bat. Now, India are unchanged because they believe in the same team that they're going with. So, Rohit Sharma, Shubman Gill, Virat Kohli, Shreyas Iyer, KL Rahul, Shivam Dube, Washington Sundar, Akshar Patel, Kuldeep Yadav, Mohammad Siraj and Arshdeep Singh. So this is the same lineup that you got. One hopes that there is not much of a change in the batting order. Remember, Sundar came ahead of Dube. He was at number 4. Dube was demoted to number 8. So that is why we hope that this kind of experimentation doesn't happen at this point. Rohit Sharma said that it's okay. We know what to expect when we chase. It has to be. You cannot always go and play with the same mindset and the same way. You got to adapt to the conditions and then play freely. That's the most important thing to do. We want to do as a team. Not really worried we didn't pull off the last game. Both teams played well. Result not going in favor was fair for that game. So Rohit Sharma is not that worried, but he was disappointed that they didn't get that one run which have ensured India were 1-0 up heading into this. Now I have done a video downstairs about why the match officials made a big blunder in the first ODI by not giving the super over. Because as per the ODI updated playing conditions by the ICC in December, in case of a tie, you need to play a super over to determine the winner. Now, 2 consecutive games when you've seen at it, the super over has been used. I mean, you look at it in the Sri Lanka versus India third T20I. Here in the first ODI, you should have played the super over, but then the match officials had a big foresight miss, and that is why they just couldn't anticipate that, yes, we should have played the super over. Either they didn't know the rule or they didn't know what was going to happen in that. So that's why there was no paucity of time. It's not as if the playing conditions where it was threatening to rain. Why didn't the match officials do the super over bit? So that's why very problematic that the match officials didn't adhere to the rules. One hopes that they avoid a similar kind of a thing here as well. So if you look at the Sri Lankan team at this point, then they have a couple of changes in that sense. You remember, Wanindu Hasaranga has been ruled out because of a hamstring injury, that is what, and Jeffrey Van der Sey comes into it. Then you have got Kamindu Mendis also in that. So this is Sri Lanka's lineup at this point. Patum Nisanka, Avishka Fernando, Kusal Mendis, Sadira Samaravikrama, Charit Asalanka, who's the captain, Kamindu Mendis, Janit Lianage, Dunit Vellalage, Akila Dhananjaya, Asita Fernando, and Jeffrey Van der Sey. So if you have to look at it, barring Asita Fernando, Jeffrey Van der Sey is a leg spinner, Dunit Vellalage, then you got Janit Lianage, Akila Dhananjaya. You got 3 spinners in the Sri Lanka lineup. You got Jeffrey Van der Sey, Dunit Vellalage, and Akila Dhananjaya. So Asita Fernando and Janit Lianage, these are the guys who may offer a bit more variety as well. As far as India is concerned, Akshar Patel, Washington Sundar, Kuldeep Yadav are your 3 spinners. Then Shivam Dube, Mohammad Siraj and Arshdeep Singh. These are your 3, if you look at it, pacers that is there in the Indian lineup also. According to the pitch report that happened, the pitch report stated, it's a very warm afternoon. The breeze that is blowing across is warm. We have moved a couple of strips across. That pitch is also dry. Very similar to the one we played on a couple of days ago. The gaps between the cracks are pretty wide. There's going to be a lot of crumbling. Captain winning the toss will want to bat first. So I think we are looking at a Sri Lankan pitch that was reminiscent of the 90s, where it was slow. There used to be cracks. The spinners used to get plenty of purchase. You're looking at a low scoring match yet again in the second ODI. So kudos to Sri Lanka for winning the toss at least. Now it is up to the batters to ensure that they don't collapse. Last match, they didn't collapse. They were 101 for 5. They somehow recovered to 230. Unlike the T20Is where there was a reverse. They started well, but then they collapsed. So this is the current situation involving India versus Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka won the toss and have opted to bat on a different pitch, but a slow pitch at the Premadasa Stadium. Whoever wins this match will not lose the series. That is the one guarantee that is there, because the first ODI was tied, they didn't play the super over. Second ODI, whoever wins, they are not going to lose the series. So fourth, the second ODI, the last ODI is on 7th August. Let's see how this ODI pans out. As far as rain chances are concerned, there was rain in the morning. Now it is quite warm. Chances of rain are pretty slim, although in the night time around 9 p.m. it is expected to rain a bit, but I think it will have no bearing on the match at that point, unless the weather in Sri Lanka changes, which we all know it does. So thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this live. Subscribe to Sports, and freaking awesome is like saying, why are they not trying Harshit Rana instead of an Arshdeep for a change? Colombo is always a tricky wicket. Even weaker opponents can upset you on a condition like this. Well, I agree. But I think India are looking at this not as a practice series. It is a part of you're only going to play 5 more ODIs after this. 4 more ODIs, in fact, because the second one ODI on 7th and 3 ODIs only in February. After that, if you look at it, India may want to play with their core on a consistent basis. So, chance of a series win, if India lose this now, they'll have to win the third ODI, and that's why they may not want to try out that experimentation. Whatever experimentation happens could probably happen with this score that is there, the playing there. So thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this live. Subscribe to Sports Today, and don't forget to download the Sports mobile app for all the information you need in English and Hindi regarding the India versus Sri Lanka series and the Olympics as well. And help us get to a landmark of 500K pretty soon, because it is a very, very special landmark indeed that we are approaching. Bye-bye.